to get my back blown out in peace. You think I got time to talk about a divorce that's a year old?
Teyana Taylor wasn't expecting to find anything. That's the part that hurt the most. Because when you go looking for something, your body's already bracing for the blow. But when you stumble across it, when it finds you, it hits harder. It doesn't give you time to protect yourself. Teyana was just trying to have a normal day. She was in sweats, cleaning the living room, music playing softly in the background. Aaron was supposed to be back soon. He'd gone out to meet a director, or maybe it was a stylist. She wasn't even really keeping track anymore. Things between them had finally started feeling normal again, even after the earlier mess with his ex and that baby drama that nearly tore everything apart. And for a while, it seemed like they were healing. Slowly, cautiously, Aaron had been showing up more, saying the right things, quietly making his way back into her life, and even her daughters. Teyana didn't post much. She didn't want the world in her business again. But behind the scenes, she was trying, giving him another chance, letting herself believe that maybe, just maybe, he was serious this time. She was dusting the shelves when her phone died. She needed music to keep going, so she reached for Aaron's laptop on the table. She knew his password. He never changed it. There was nothing suspicious about it. Just a casual, thoughtless moment. She opened the browser, and there it was, the last tab he'd left open. Her eyes landed on it. Bright blue banner, little cartoon giraffes and teddy bears. A baby registry. Her first thought wasn't even panic. It was confusion. For a second, she told herself maybe it wasn't his. Maybe it was for a friend or someone he was helping. Maybe it was a mistake. But when she clicked on the link, the page loaded in full. Aaron Pierre, co-registered with a woman named Danielle. Her chest tightened. The name meant nothing to her. But the page? It meant everything. Bottles, crib, onesies, diaper subscription. All with a delivery date just weeks away. A due date, listed right there in the header. Estimated arrival, August 2025. Teyana stood still, completely still, like her body was trying to catch up with what her eyes were reading. She scrolled. A notes section said, "Thank you for helping us welcome our miracle baby." Our miracle baby. Her heart started beating faster. She closed the browser, reopened it. Maybe she read it wrong. Maybe it was a cache error, an old tab. Nope. Still there. Still him. She didn't cry. Not yet. She couldn't even move. Her fingers were cold, like her body was trying to protect her from the heat rising in her chest. She stood in the center of the room, staring into nothing. And then she sat down. Slowly, like her knees were giving out beneath her. Not from weakness, from the weight. Because this wasn't just about another lie. It was about the fact that she'd asked him, weeks ago, during that mess with his ex. When the rumors were flying, when that girl had gone live and said he'd ghosted her while pregnant, Teyana had looked him in the eyes and asked him, "Is there anything else I don't know?" And he said no. He swore. He told her he'd made mistakes in the past. That he hadn't always handled things right, but that everything was on the table now, that he was serious, that he was done running. And she believed him. That's what made her sink to the floor. Not the registry, not the baby, the lie, the fact that once again, she'd put her guard down and he'd walked right through it with mud on his shoes. She sat there barely breathing. She didn't call anyone, didn't scream. She just stared. And when her friend came by an hour later and found her like that, legs crossed, laptop closed, face pale, she knew something was wrong. Teyana didn't even speak at first. She just pointed at the laptop. Her friend opened it, saw the tab, and gasped. The next hour was a blur. Her friend tried to comfort her, but Teyana couldn't even form a sentence. She kept shaking her head, as if the motion could somehow undo what she saw. But it couldn't. It was already burned into her brain. Danielle. That name kept repeating. Who was she? Teyana grabbed her phone. Searched the name on Instagram. A few profiles popped up. Private accounts. No bio. Just one profile picture stood out. A woman in a baby blue dress, cradling her belly. Her face was partially turned, but clear enough. Teyana's stomach turned, because she recognized the background. The photo was taken in a studio in LA, a set that Aaron had filmed on earlier this year. He'd known her for months. He'd been planning this baby, and he said nothing. Her hands shook, her vision blurred. It wasn't even rage yet. It was betrayal in its purest form. She thought she had already paid her dues in pain, thought the worst of it was behind her. But this was a whole new level. She locked herself in the bathroom. Her friend stood outside the door, begging her to come out. But she couldn't. Not yet. She sat on the tile floor, knees to her chest, replaying everything in her mind. Every smile, every kiss, every time he said, "I'm here now." It was all fake. Or at least, it felt that way. Eventually, she opened the door. Her eyes were red, but her voice was calm. "I'm done," she whispered. Her friend nodded. "I know." That night, Teyana packed a bag. Just essentials. She didn't tell Aaron she was leaving. She didn't call, didn't text. She didn't need closure, not this time. Because what do you even say to a man who can look you in your eyes and lie with that much ease? But Aaron must have noticed the laptop, because by the next morning, he was texting nonstop. "I can explain. It's not what you think. It was before us." She wanted to keep it private. Excuses. Excuses she didn't read. She let them stack up. 20 unread messages. 3 missed calls. 1 voicemail, which she deleted without playing. Because none of it mattered. He knew what he was doing. He had months to tell her. He had every opportunity. But he chose silence. He chose secrets. And now he could sit in them alone. The next few days, things started leaking. A gossip blog posted a screenshot of the registry. It matched the one Teyana had seen. The name, the date, the items. Everything. Fans were in shock. Wait, another baby? Is this man collecting kids like shoes? He played Teyana. Again. Then came the Instagram unfollow. Quiet but final. Teyana removed Aaron completely. No tags. No mentions. No traces. Her story went dark. No quotes. No selfies. Just silence. And if you know anything about Teyana, you know that when she goes silent, she's cutting you off at the root. But that wasn't the end. Because Aaron tried to spin it. He posted a cryptic story. White text on a black background. Always the same. Timing isn't always perfect. But truth always comes to light. The comments lit up. "You mean the truth you hid? She deserved better, bro. Don't gaslight her. Just apologize." But the damage was done. Teyana didn't engage. She didn't need to. The internet didn't miss a thing. The receipts were there. The live had been screen recorded, reposted, dissected, slowed down, analyzed frame by frame. The lie wasn't hidden in shadows anymore. It was out in broad daylight, burning under the spotlight of public shame. The pain on Teyana's face when it all clicked, even though she hadn't said a word, people could feel it. Her silence screamed louder than any clapback ever could. She had once again given grace, and in return, got betrayal served cold. People started talking. Friends, fans, even former collaborators began pulling back, choosing sides. And it was clear, the energy was shifting. Teyana's circle went into full lockdown mode. No more access. No more sneak peeks. No more friendly sources giving gossip. They shut the gates. Because now, it wasn't about a breakup. It was about honor. And royalty protects its own. One of her closest team members posted a cryptic story. White text on a black background. "You played with the wrong woman. And now you've lost access to royalty." That sentence alone went viral. Everyone knew who it was about. Everyone knew who she was. You don't disrespect a queen and expect to keep your place in the castle. The very next morning, cameras caught Teyana's mom pulling up to her house, sunglasses on, jaw tight, and she wasn't alone. Her daughter was right by her side, clutching her grandma's hand. The image broke hearts, but it also sparked something else. Something powerful. This wasn't a woman falling apart. This was a woman being held by family, by strength, by generations of women who'd been through hell and come out shining. And Aaron? Nothing. No new post. No statement. No, let me explain. He didn't even try to clean up the mess. Just vanished. It was like he didn't know how to face what he'd done. Like the shame was too heavy. Like the guilt was choking him. Because this wasn't a peaceful silence. It was a man hiding from the fire he started with his own hands.
But Teyana?
Oh, she may have collapsed the night she saw that registry. She might have curled up on the floor with tears streaming down her face. But when she stepped back out into the world, she was unshaken. Not a single crack in her walk. Because she wasn't chasing love anymore. She was walking away from betrayal, and she wasn't looking back. And sometimes that quiet exit, that's the loudest power move there is.